I am making this video in order to kind of tell you guys about how it is that I managed to get P1 general admission tickets for BTS's Love Yourself tour in Newark. I'm going to be going tonight too, so if you want to look for me while we're there, me and my sister will be there, and hopefully my friend Marley. But first things first, I think the biggest thing you need to decide whenever you're going to buy tickets is what seat and section it is that you want to be in. So, or I guess what type of ticket it is that you want to get. So basically there's like two main types of tickets normally for these types of concerts. They have the general admission floor sections, and then they have the seated sections that are basically in three different tiers or four different tiers along the seated sections. And for me, I decided to do general admission tickets because I had done them last year for the Wings tour in Newark, and had a really great view and a great experience, so I wanted to do it again. The great thing about GA is that you can pretty much have more control over where it is that you get to sit and where you, or stand, I should say, and what kind of view you're gonna have. So normally a lot of people will end up kind of splitting their ways once they get in there. A lot of people will go towards the B stage, the catwalk, or even like the main stage up front. For me, I'm gonna be trying to go for the B stage. Same thing, I did it last time and it worked out really well for me. And now the only bad part about that is that you have to be in line all day for it. So I'll probably be getting there a couple hours ahead of time just to make sure that I get the seats that I want, or the spot that I want, I should say. Now the benefit of doing seated tickets is that you can take the whole day to get ready. You can go to the merch lines too, because they normally have like the merch set up outside the venue all day the day before. So I didn't get to do that last time, but if you do seated tickets, then you'll have that opportunity too. Or if you have someone who's nice enough to hold your spot in line, if you have GA, then you can do that. And for seated tickets too, you don't have to worry about being there like 5 hours ahead of time. You can take your time getting to the venue if you can't be there way ahead of time either. So that's the first thing. You have to pick what kind of tickets it is that you want and where your seats are going to be. The second thing, for me, we use Ticketmaster for our venues. If you do Access or any of those other vendors, then just make sure you have an account already set up with them. Normally on these accounts, they're going to ask you for like your name and everything, your billing address. The billing address is likely going to be the address that they're going to actually mail the tickets to. Last year they did physical tickets, and I think this year they're doing physical tickets as well. There's no e-tickets for this. So make sure your address is up to date. And then they're also going to ask you to have a credit card on file. You can do debit for this too, but the more information you have saved on your account, the less information you have to put in when you go to check out. So that's kind of be like the benefit of having that ready ahead of time. And third, you're definitely going to want to have really strong Wi-Fi whenever you actually go to buy the tickets. For me, I know that our Wi-Fi at home wasn't fast enough, so I had talked to my mom about me and my sister going ahead of time to her office to actually purchase the tickets there with their Wi-Fi, with their computers. And what ended up happening is I brought my laptop, my sister brought hers, and we also used our phones a little bit too via the Ticketmaster app. Now, I've never actually purchased tickets through the Ticketmaster app at like such a high demand concert or event, so I can't really speak for that, but my friend Marley did get tickets today for Chicago. She got a P1 general admission ticket for Chicago night 1, and she did it all through like the mobile site itself, which is modeled after the app, which is kind of crazy because she was like in her meeting and like ran out and like hurried up and like logged in and used the app to purchase them there 8 minutes after they went on sale and managed to get GA, as to where I was at my office on my computer logged in, and I sat there for 20 minutes without ever actually getting anything. So the app does work. I have heard of people actually using the app on the iPad or the mobile site on the iPad, and that working out better for them. I know a lot of people online, like on Twitter and stuff, have talked about that. But I've always used a laptop, so that's kind of what I stick with. I have a little Mac that I use. So that's the biggest thing, and like preparation for actually buying the tickets. Whenever you actually go to purchase the tickets though, it's gonna have like the countdown set up way ahead of time. Like it could be like a couple days ahead, and it's gonna count down all the way to the last second. For me, I tend to like refresh the screen right at like 2 or 3 seconds left, and usually the Wi-Fi will kind of pick up from there and it'll refresh it to the actual screen where you purchase the tickets. And on that screen, it's going to have multiple categories, or I guess like multiple like little columns for it. It's going to talk, it's going to say like number of tickets, type of ticket, and then it'll like list out the price points for you. So for me, for example, I made sure to select 2 tickets, one for me, one for my sister, and then I selected GA because that's what I was going for. But it also had the option of doing like lower level, mid-level, or higher level seating listed there too. And then you can also pick by price. So if you know that the most you can spend on something is $150, then you can select that amount there. Now, one tip that I do want to give y'all is that I have never gotten the seats that I wanted by using Best Available. I only recommend using Best Available if you truly are just looking for any ticket whatsoever, like you're happy with whatever it is that you can get, because chances are you'll get something that way, but it might not be like the lower level seating that you're looking for or like the floor seating you're looking for either. So every time that I purchase tickets, I just make sure to select exactly the category that I want. So like I said, since I was looking for GA, I made sure to select GA. And I just clicked submit as soon as I could, and I think it did come up once offering me some tickets that weren't GA. It was like a 308 section or something, and I just immediately clicked search again, and it put me back into I guess like what would be the queue, and it ended up giving me 2 GA tickets, which worked out great. But I think the reason why it worked out for me is because I was only looking for 2. I think some people go into it and they're trying to buy like 3, maybe even 4 tickets altogether, and I think the algorithm kind of like gives them lower priority. I don't know that for a fact, but it's kind of what I've noticed. I had a friend who was trying to buy 3 tickets at once at the same time that I was trying to buy 2, and she never like even had a chance with it. I think they kept trying to push her the higher level seating, and I think it's just because if there's only 4 open GA tickets, for example, and there's one person that's trying to buy 3, 2 people that are trying to buy 2, then it's a lot easier to split up those 2 tickets and give them to those 2 people than it is to give that person 3 and then wait for a single person to try to purchase their ticket, if that makes sense. So I would stick to either individual numbers or 2s if you can. I know that we all want to go with our friends, but sometimes you kind of have to split it up that way. The good thing about GA is that you can always just meet up beforehand together, and you can wait in line together, and that way you can make sure that you go into the venue together. So I think that's pretty much it. I think, like I said, the biggest thing is going to be figuring out what seats it is that you want, making sure you have your account set up, make sure you have good Wi-Fi, and then just be patient when it comes to actually buying the ticket. Don't give up because it's taking a while to load. Mine, I had to wait a full 26 minutes almost before it actually gave me the tickets that I wanted, and I just sat there staring at the computer screen. So I'm really excited to go, and I hope that this is kind of helpful for you guys that are either trying to buy tickets for LA or for any of those European armies that are finally going to get a chance to see BTS when they go on tour there. If you have questions or anything, you can definitely let me know. I am on Twitter. My ad is listed below, and just let me know if you want anything, and hopefully I get to see you guys at BTS's Love Yourself tour in Newark.